Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a bit of hype today to start off the year. It's a beer I've been sitting on for a year. I've just had it in the cellar. It's Shed, which is a side project of Side Project, and Weldwerks Brewing. So Side Project are out of Missouri, and Weldwerks are out of Colorado, I think. It's called ACHROMATIC Vibes, and it's an Imperial Stout with coconut and vanilla bean. Looking forward to it greatly. 750ml bottle, 12% ABV. I don't think it's barrel aged. I'm pretty sure it's just just like a standard Imperial with the adjuncts. I know that when I went to a side project event here in Australia, they had a few shared beers there. This may have been one of them. I had so many like on the day, I sort of can't remember. But the shared stuff was sort of like it's like top tier stuff, but it's not quite as elite as your beer barrel time and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's crack into it. And I've got a glass from that event. So the Side Project Australian launch 2023. So yeah, hopefully this bottle doesn't explode everywhere. I'm a little concerned after I had that the sour Magnum the other day and it went all over me. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good New Year's. I think we're going to be right. Beauty. No spillage at all. So, fingers crossed it gets us off to a good start for the new year. Good beer. Let's pour her, shall we? Oh, looks nice and thick and oily. Yes. So I thought, I want to jump on some panels for New Year's in the UK and the US. And I wanted sort of something exciting to drink. And I thought, what do I have that's like a big bottle that I can sort of sit on for a while? So yeah, this was sort of the perfect beer at 750ml. I thought I'll get on and do a review first, and then I can sort of sip away on it for the next few hours and drink some crusher beers as well while I'm at it. Cheers, Adam. Good to see you, brother. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it's like it'd be nearly 11 o'clock. So I'm probably going to time it well after I do this review. Then I'll go ahead on one of the UK panels and celebrate their New Year with them. So let's hope we've got a good one here. Looks pretty good in the glass. The head's gone pretty quickly, but yeah, it normally does with these style beers. I would say dark chocolate in colour. Probably medium to full body. On appearance, it probably actually looks more medium. When I poured it, it was quite oily and full bodied, but yeah, just sitting in the glass, I'm going to say medium. Light carbonation. That's about it. Let's go a whiff. Fingers crossed. Come on. Oh, yeah. So I'm getting like milk chocolate, caramel, coconut, probably vanilla as well. Sometimes it's hard with coconut and vanilla to sort of separate them. You're definitely getting some sort of like fruity quality. Like a dried or a dark fruit. I'd say, yeah, something like raisins. Like maybe even like Maybe even a stone fruity, like sort of apricot sort of thing. It doesn't smell really roasty. As I said, it's more of like a sort of a sweet, like a milk chocolate and like a sweet caramel. But yeah, obviously with vanilla and coconut in it, that's going to cut through some of the roast. Oh, it smells good. Like that side project event I went to, I was so spoiled. And I actually went to two of them. They had two within a few months, and that like the first one was unreal, and then the second one was even better. Pretty much tried like about 40 of the best stouts in the world. Apologies for the dog noise in the background. But yeah, smells unreal. I think it's going to be pretty much what I like. I hope it's sort of aged well. Sometimes with adjuncts like coconut and vanilla, they can fade away. But yeah, let's get into it. Cheers and Happy New Year's. Oh, that is good. And cheers, Mustang. Good to see you. So the thing that gets me straight up is that oily body. It definitely drinks like more thicker and oily than what it looks like on appearance. You're getting sort of, I would say, like a real rich caramel. Like it's very sort of toffee like. I'm not really getting chocolate. I mean, sorry, I'm not really getting coffee. And yeah, the chocolate, like I feel like this base would be fairly roasty, but not like a huge Russian Imperial roast. So there is probably coffee notes there and dark chocolate, but yeah, because you're getting so much caramel and like the vanilla and the coconut, the sweetness is just sort of. But yeah, the balance is really good. It's like it's almost like it's cut through just perfectly. You don't want it too sweet, but just so oily. When you take that sip, it's like it just sort of sits on your tongue. Very delightful, I must say. So, what's on for your New Year's, boys? Just chilling at home. It's very, very quiet where I am because I'm in like a just a small rural town, and it's not really like a coastal town. So you get a lot of the locals will just pack up and go somewhere else, like they go camping or yeah, just wherever if they're not working. So like I feel like the streets are really quiet. Like I feel like I'm the only person here that's like still at home sort of thing. Whereas my hometown, it was the complete opposite because we're a coastal town and more like picturesque and a bit more going on. We'd like triple in population. So yeah, it's sort of I've gone from like yeah, one like as in from where I'm used to, this is like the complete opposite. Like in my hometown, you can't even get a car park anywhere over summer, whereas here you can just pull up right outside the main shop you want to go to. So yeah, it's going to be good just seeing how this beer evolves with a bit of warmth. But yeah, the vanilla and the coconut are definitely there from the get go, especially the coconut. I get like this toasted coconut, like sort of like a Bounty bar. The coconut, and the chocolate, like milky chocolate. Awesome thing with this glass is I've got two of them because I went to the two events. So it's like I would be absolutely devastated if I broke this glass, but at least I know I've got a backup. And yeah, this is the first time I've actually used it since the event because I was like, I'm only ever going to use it if it's a side project beer. Yeah. See, my hometown's about probably 45,000, whereas the town I'm in now is about probably 20,000. But yeah, the town I live in now, it's just very I don't know, very dead. There's not much goes on here. Weekends, it's really quiet. It's just I just feel like they're a bit behind the times here in this town. People don't adapt to change very well, and you'll get some new awesome takeaway place or whatever like start up here, and people don't support it. They'd rather just go to McDonald's and do the same old shit. And yeah, it's disappointing. Like I only moved here for work. I wouldn't have moved here for any other reason. Cool. Who's your college football team? I wish we had college football televised over here because I reckon I'd get right into it. It's good just hearing the boys in the USB community talking about the college footy, and it just sounds like it's quite often better to watch than the NFL. A bit more free flowing play, and yeah, just some of the atmospheres at some of the games. It's insane. They get like fucking massive crowds. I feel like I feel like this beer is so intense that you could you could put it in an old engine and the engine would start up. Cheers, Henning. Good to see you, brother. Skull. I did like just a sort of a very spontaneous New Year's stream, but because the majority of my subscribers are US or UK, it was always going to be tough doing it like Australian New Year's. But I had it lined up, so two of my mates joined because I knew they were sort of available. Craig from Kent Beer Reviews and Jimmy C, sort of like just a fan of the beer community. We hadn't seen him for a while, so yeah, it was good drinking with them too. We just sort of had pretty chilled vibe, but yeah, a lot of people were watching, but just couldn't join because of the time of the day. But yeah, we still had a bit of fun. And then I just made a pact that I'd go to bed and try and get at least a little bit of sleep, and then join the UK and the US like New Year's streams. Hence why I'm having this big beer just to get the day started. Georgia Bulldogs. Oh yeah, cool. I think that's who Ghost, who's part of the US beer community. I think he barracks for Georgia Bulldogs. I know he lives near Atlanta somewhere. Cheers, Josh. Good to see you, brother. See you going live there later. I've seen a cheeky little pop up there. There's a few people that had New Year's streams, and you were one of them. This stout I'm drinking's amazing, dude. Yeah, a lot of it's like playing for pride and yeah, like playing for the team sort of thing. It's one thing that drives me nuts with a lot of professional sport now is the loyalty's just gone out the window. I feel like it's even worse in America, like American and like UK football and that, because there's no salary caps with teams. So some teams just have like endless supply of money and can just buy whatever they want. It's one thing I love about Australian sport is we have like dedicated amounts that teams are allowed to spend, and the teams are sort of like owned by the league, not by like outside sources. So it keeps the competition fair. Woo wee! So yeah, I'm glad this beer's lived up to the hype and it's aged well. I don't know why they call themselves shared occasionally. I mean, if you look at the bottle, it even says on the bottle it's got um, brewed, blended, and bottled by Side Project Brewing. So it's like, why do they call themselves shared? So when I first opened it, I knew it was like a Weldwerks and Side Project collab, and I thought it might have been brewed at Weldwerks, but it's more of a side project thing. It's going to be good just sipping away on it for the next hour or two. But yeah, nice big bottle, simple artwork. Yeah, as I said, I just had it sitting in my cellar, like with a few other sort of similar things, and I always knew if I was going to crack one of them, this was going to be one of the first, just because I'd been sitting on it for a year. But yeah, I was always a little concerned that the coconut and the vanilla might have sort of faded, but no, they're still both pretty prominent. The like the fruity sort of quality I got on the aroma, I'm not getting as much on the palate. And in all honesty, with preference with this style, I'd probably prefer that it's not there. Um, when it comes to like imperial stouts like this, if they've got like an adjunct like vanilla or coconut, which I really enjoy, I'd rather it just be the roastiness and then the sweetness from that, and not really any other sort of fruity flavors or licorice or anything like that. The old birds. Yeah, I can't wait till the Vikes and Lions game. I thought the bloody Niners were going to beat the Lions. I was getting excited. The Vikes, like they, one thing I do like about the Vikes, like that resilience, how they keep like just getting over the line. I mean, sometimes it might look like, yeah, they're lucky just to win some of the games and that, but I feel like going into playoffs, if you have a lot of close wins, it actually, it works in your favour. So if you keep sort of like, clamping down and holding on to games or winning in the last minute or whatever, like it puts you in good stead going into the playoffs. You don't want to be one of those teams that just dominates the whole season and smashes teams and then comes up to a challenge at the end of the year and gets beat. I'm trying to think what I was drinking this time yesterday. I had a red ale that was like based on the Biscoff biscuit. That was okay. The base was good, but they just overdid it with the spice. It was by one of my favourite Aussie breweries, and yeah, it was a bit of a shame. They'd just sort of overdone the spice, and you just got too much like cinnamon. But I had a decent beer before that. Can't remember what it was. Might have been a Banks beer. But yeah, I think a score for this, I'd probably say, like it's unreal, but it's just not like that elite level, like the standalone side project stuff I've had. But yeah, it's still like I'm probably going to say about a 4.65, something like that. A lot of the side project stuff. In all honesty, I scored 5 out of 5. There was some that I sort of scored like 4.8 around that. That's why I thought with this one, yeah, about a 4.65, a 4.7 out of 5, something like that. Because yeah, it's unreal. I mean, it's not barrel aged, so there's room for improvement there. Um, Probably a bit more of a roasty base would have elevated it slightly. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good score because it's banging as far as everything else goes. Really nice mouthfeel. I love that oily sort of full body. It looks like it stains the glass too. But yeah, I might wrap it up there, I reckon. It was always the aim to come on here and review this nice beer before I sort of sip away at it later on panels. So yeah, thanks to you that chimed in. I always knew it was going to be a bit quiet because yeah, people are doing like New Year's Eve celebrations and stuff. But we will probably be back at some stage with another review. Um, but yeah, as far as like panels go, I'm not sure where I'm going next. It'll be one of the UK guys, and then yeah, finish on some US stuff. So as I said, thanks again for chiming in, and we will see you again soon. Cheers, Mustang. Laters.